Hello and welcome back. It's Red Knight here, and I'm going to be talking about town event number 2. That's right, you heard it here. We've had our second town event, and I was so happy to be doing it. But what did we get, and why did I enjoy it? Well, you're going to find out during this video. You're going to get the opportunity to see me level up in my town. In fact, I'm going to level up on my farm as well, because one thing about this event, it allowed me to gain a lot of experience and reputation points, and I just love that about this event. It was such a wonderful thing to actually have happen. Now, I'm quite lucky. Most of my buildings are maxed out in many ways. So as an example, every building that I own has 6 slots for 6 visitors. This means that I can turn my visitors around very quickly and gain the maximum number of points for each of those visitors that's being served. Also as well, most of my, in fact, should I say all of my buildings, they are completely maxed out on the time reduction. So what it means is that as soon as I put a person into that building, instead of having to wait, say, the 5 or 6 hours, it's reduced down to maybe 3 or 4 hours, depending on the building, or even less sometimes, which is absolutely wonderful. Now, if you do want to know more about the times for the buildings, then do check out the Heyday Wiki, or do check out the guide that's actually on the Supercell site that talks about the town as well. It will give you a lot of really useful information, especially when it comes down to time reduction and what products you need in the building. Now, initially this part of the video is just me playing and serving some of the visitors. Because there's an event coming up, it's interesting to find out if the visitors I'm actually going to be serving will give me those extra points when we actually do the event. Now, as we will find out, it doesn't actually work that way. If you've got people in the town and you're serving them, you can't claim for points if they were already there. So I've got 3 days, 19 hours left on the clock there, and it's 2 times experience and 2 times reputation point, as you've just noticed. There's also a derby task for town visitors for 17 people, but my group's request is 250 points as a minimum. So I do wish that that one were greater, but because it's not, I'm going to rip it off and cast it into the rubbish bin. And then maybe later on I will focus on something else that is worth more points for my hood. Now, I don't know what your hoods are like. I don't know if you're doing the derbies, but the town is a great place for actually turning visitors around and getting derby points. But the scores will vary, and you will need lots of resources within the town. Now, a great way to identify what resources you will need is to use the town board. That will tell you any orders that are outstanding, and it will tell you exactly what you need. And you're going to notice that throughout the video that I do check this a lot. I'm also jumping ahead between clips as well, because I'm not in the town all the time. For me, the town is a wonderful area that I can go to and just leave and then come back to it later. My main focus is always going to be my farm, and both the fishing area I'm looking at here now is a secondary area. Now, I do need some fillets, and it's nice that I've got some nets there that are full up, so I can collect those fillets there. Wonderful. And the great thing about using those nets is that if you're not in that fishing area all the time, you can actually save up your lures for fishing events, and basically you'll get free fish for every net, which is very nice. Let's grab some lobster tails as well. Thank you. And that last one always stays there. I don't think he likes sliding down the chute with his friends. But not to worry, he's still going to get his tail chopped off. More nets collected. Let's get some duck traps going as well, because I need some more feathers later. And here I am producing my lures. Now, I'm mainly focusing on the brown lures or the red lures, the worms, your choice on how you wish to describe it, because they are free and they don't cost me anything. My toolbox has a nice little amount, and let's get some of those nets in the water. So I'm going for the lobsters. Oh God, I so love lobster. Nice bit of lobster with cheese on top, wonderful. Or even some lemon sauce is quite nice. Now I'm back at my farm. Let's move on over to the town. And I've had some visitors picked up by one of my neighbors. So thank you very much. And there are the points on the way to you. Now you'll see here that the people that are waiting in my also in my town buildings will give me extra points. But these ones here that are actually ready and waiting, they will not give me anything extra. So it's a shame about that because there were a lot of people standing around. But any visitors that haven't been served will give me the extra points, and you can see where it's actually highlighted in purple. Now this is the second event and I was very satisfied. Just look at the coinage I've got here at the moment. Look at the experience points and look at the reputation points. I'm going to be so happy to be getting lots of money for the products I'm serving, and my main focus here is to level up in both ways. Once I've leveled up, then I can start upgrading my buildings again. Now this is the only thing that's kind of slow with the actual town. Once you've actually maxed out the buildings to a certain extent, it won't let you progress any further until you actually level up your town again. So at the moment I'm in a situation where I cannot upgrade any more of my buildings, even though I would love to do so, because I'm not of a high enough level yet. Now once I do reach that level 23, then I can actually do one more upgrade, which is wonderful, and I'm so looking forward to doing that. Now my visitor slots are maxed out. My service time is maxed out. So I only have two more upgrade aspects I need to focus on. The first one is for coins, which is not important for me. The second one is for experience and reputation, and that's the one I'm going to prioritize with. And when I do start to upgrade my town buildings again, that's the one I'm going to be concentrating on. But I need to get the resources first. Now, one thing I love about the town is the opportunity to actually go and get on a train, and doesn't this train look beautiful? Now this is my personal train. It's completely maxed out again, and look at the attention to detail here. Doesn't it look beautiful? I love the fact here that it's kind of gold, has the gold bars and then the gold roof on it as well, and it allows me to travel and visit other people. Now, what I'm doing when I'm traveling to my neighbors' homes is looking for someone who has 10 visitors. If they have 10 visitors, then I will pick them up. Now, the reason I'm after 10 visitors is because those 10 visitors can be turned around very quickly. If my neighbors only have 4, 5, or 6, it's nice, but that's not what I really want. Now, every visitor that I do pick up from my neighbors will only request to go to one building. Perfect. So this means I can turn them around quickly and gain some nice rewards. Now these rewards are really useful. They can be expansion materials, which is what everybody really wants and is looking for. Now that's the great benefit about the town. It's a great place to get lots of expansion materials. But as I said, it's quite resource heavy. Now once you've picked up the people, they will come on over and then they will get off the train and walk around. Then as usual, you just service them and send them onto their building. Another thing about visiting my neighbors, there's always a floating chest in the water, and I would strongly recommend that you tap on that chest, because if it's unlocked, you can again get some nice prizes. For example, 8 diamonds. Now collecting 8 diamonds is wonderful, and I just love getting diamonds that are free in the game. But you also get lots of rewards. It could be dynamite as an example. Now dynamite's perfect because you can use dynamite in the mine, and then if you're harvesting the ores, great, you can use those, but you could also get diamonds as well. So I love getting diamonds from the mine. Now, I love these buildings in the town. Look at the detail again. Now, and also as well, when you're looking at these buildings, do pay attention to the gift shop, because when it's open, you can actually see Chuck Norris sticking his head up over the top, because he does like to be nosy and watch people buy his t-shirts that are inside. Now also pay attention to the layout of my town as well. I'm going to be changing this. In fact, by the end of this video I will have started, and I'm going to be removing all of the decoration, all of the trees. I'm even going to take away the paths at some stage and all of the walls, and I'm completely going to redesign this for a new video. And I'm so looking forward to that as well, because it's going to be in high definition and it will look wonderful. Now, the reason I want to redecorate is because I would love to build a hotel in my town, and that's what I'm going to do as well. In fact, yesterday I actually found a farm that had a town with a hotel inside, and I made a video of that because I was really happy, and it really looked good. In fact, it was a good imitation of the first outhouse hotel that I built on my farm, and I was quite pleased to see something that looks very similar. Now, if you do have a cool town and you would like me to go and have a look and review it, let me know, because I'm in your neighborhood. I want to visit people's towns. I want to see what they look like. Then that way I can express my opinions, give my views, and then share your towns with millions of people around the world. And that's the same with your farms as well. I'm enjoying doing these farm reviews. It's good fun. Right, but let's come back. Now, you'll notice here as I'm playing the game that I'm very specific about what I'm doing with the people. Now, when I come to my town, the first thing I do is collect the reputation points from the visitors that have been picked up. Then usually after that I will then tap on every single building and collect my prizes, and then send those visitors that have given me the prizes home. The visitors that have been served within the buildings that are not giving any prizes will then just start walking around. This then allows me to go to my town hall and then to pick and choose the next building that they go to. Now, while this is happening, there's usually my train coming into the station. Now, I strongly have a request here. Heyday design team, please look at the last carriage, because it still looks terrible. There is a gold bar missing off the roof and the window is missing, and I am fully maxed out on that train. Now, maybe there's a slight tweak in the software that needs to be done, but please do it, because the train looks awful, and I would love to have a beautiful train coming into my town, especially where it's got all the windows and a nice little gold bar. Now, once all the passengers have got off my train and they decide to walk around, taking lots of cool photos, because my town looks awesome, if I do say so myself. In fact, I would give my town a 5 out of 5, because I'm very vain and I love the way it looks. Now, once the visitors have actually got off the train, I'm going to go to my town hall and then send them to the buildings. Now, anyone that's after 3 buildings, that's an automatic send away. I'm not really interested. Now, okay, during events, it's a great way of getting lots of experience and reputation points based on this event. But my main focus is still also collecting the prizes as well. And as I said, the town is very resource heavy, so I find 2 buildings or 1 building is much easier for me. So sending away people that are asking for 3 is my preference, but you don't have to do that. Who have I got? Okay, so Alex has just arrived and he's going to the grocer. So there you go, sir. Next person, Andrew. He's going to the diner. I hope he's going to eat something nice. Beach cafe, cinema, gift shop. Lots of wonderful places, and they only want the 1 building. Now notice as they arrive it says idle, but as soon as the idle disappears I can then send them, as soon as it says arriving I can wait until it says idle, then I can send them to their buildings, and it's quite easy. Now let's just say you are doing a derby event and you don't want to collect all the people before you've actually selected the derby task. go to the town hall and select the ones that have another building to go to. That's the easy way of not losing any rewards or claiming any rewards. You'll find that you'll be able to build up the number of people waiting for your derby tasks. Now that board I just tapped is the one that you need to be looking at when you come back to your farm to see what produce you need for the visitors that can't have their orders filled. Notice here that I'm doing some other bits at the same time. Now I love my farm, but again I'm thinking again of changing it around. But I'm not quite sure yet how I'm going to do that, so I'm looking at other farms for ideas. Now overall my main reason for doing this is because I'm not entirely satisfied with having one of my sties separated from the other two. And I kept feeling, or I feel basically that it's uncomfortable for me when I'm playing. So I want to try and jig it so they're all back together. Now I'm quite happy with my farm, the way that the actual wild area is coming along, and I've been using my 8 diamonds as I build them up to get some of those pathways, and I'm expanding quite nicely down. Now any of my land expansion materials I've been selling off or giving away because I don't need those anymore. It's so nice not to have them taking up space in my barn. Another thing that I did recently as well, I sold off all of my town expansion materials because I want to see how long it's going to take me when I actually do it to get all of the items necessary to actually upgrade each of those buildings to the next level. And that's going to be an interesting project. Maybe I'll even do a video about it as well, just to show you guys where you can get the resources from and how long it can take. Now, when it comes to the town, do rely on your friends because they are the ones who can actually help you out when it comes to resources. But at the end of the day, you are the one who's also farming. So max out most of the key machines if you can. With some of them, you only need to go 4 or 5. With some of them, like this one, you need to make sure that they're maxed out 100%. And that's where you're going to need the diamonds. So if you're relatively new to the game, please don't waste your diamonds on speeding things up. You need to increase the production slots for each of the building. That's your best option. Now you may have noticed as well that with some of my items here that I do hold quite a bit in stock of some of them. Now a few of them are quite low, but it will depend on the product. For the town as an example, I tend to use a lot of my jewelry in that area. So I tend not to sell jewelry in the roadside stall, and I usually don't do truck orders as well, unless of course I'm getting a large amount of coins. Now one event that I'm hoping will come up soon will be a fishing event, because I'm kind of waiting to complete all of my special fish. But at the moment I'm not in a rush. I can do that once I've built up my lures, because my vouchers are very low at the moment. Another thing you can see here with my machines, I often leave items just sitting there unclaimed. Now why do I do that? I got asked about that as well. Now basically this is called stacking, and if you can actually do it relatively well, you can have a lot of items set up there in production, and once you've got them there laid out on the machine, you don't have to collect them till you need them. And then it means that these items are not taking up space in your barn. So it's actually a good way of planning and thinking about that. However, you will find that sometimes you need to collect everything. It just depends on the machine. Let's get some more items in production there. So do I need anything else? Now sometimes I do have extra slots on my machines, but as I'm going through the machines, I'm basically looking to see if I want to make any more items or not. Now you don't have to be making items all the time, but it is actually quite useful to keep your machines going, because even if you're not using them, you can sell them. Now I'm currently the holder of 2 million coins. Now that's not really a lot for someone who's of a higher level. I've seen people with a lot more. But for me that's ample, especially considering I do spend a lot of the coins on some other aspects within the game. But if you are a lower level player, and a lot of people do ask me, hey, Red Knight, how can I get some more coins? Well, your best item is literally what I'm doing here. Make them and then later sell them. And if you are selling them, this will allow you to get a lot of coins. Now you can sell them via the truck board, but you will find sometimes that the amount of coins is not as great as it can be. But you're getting experience with that one, so the experience helps you to level up. What goodies am I getting here? Don't you just love all of these presents? Wonderful, lots of nice items. And look at that reputation and experience gradually creeping towards its maximum total. Slowly, slowly, slowly. There's no rush. Now I have a question for everybody. You may have noticed recently that I've been using or sounding a little different in my videos. It's because I bought myself a brand new headset and mic. It was quite expensive. It cost me about 4,000 Japanese yen. That's more than I have paid in the past for a headset and mic, because normally what I had in the past was very, very relaxing and comfortable. But I wanted to be more professional, and I've actually bought myself a really nice set. But how does it sound to you? Do you like the new sound? Has it changed the way that my videos have come across? Now I'm kind of restricted by the devices that I can actually buy now to actually record, because I'm using a MacBook Air. Now this MacBook Air is a wonderful device, and I wish I'd bought a MacBook many, many years ago. Now I've been a Windows user for a long time, but this device is absolutely wonderful. It's so much easier when it comes to making videos or imagery. It's really simple, and once you get used to the touch control as well, it makes making these videos fun. And I can actually do it a lot faster as well, because I can sit on the train going to work, setting up the videos from the game that I played earlier and save to my hard disk. And it makes it much easier. Now, I wouldn't have been able to do this if it wasn't for all of you guys out there that watch my videos. So thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching. And basically there are advertisements that I do use in the videos, because I monetize all my videos, and this has allowed me to purchase the things that I want to actually make these videos much better. So I'm now using an iPad Air 2. I'm now using a MacBook Air with this new headset and mic system as well, and I'm really, really happy. But do tell me how it sounds. Now I'm going to be trying out a lot of adjustments within these videos as well, just to see how it comes and how it sounds. Some of the transitions I'm going to be using are very different than the ones I've used in the past, because again I want to test it. But once I get settled and comfortable with something that I like, then my videos will start to become more standard and easily identifiable. Oh, looks like I need some more bacon there. But that can wait till later. Look at all those people waiting on my platform. And I'm getting very, very close there to my next threshold for my level 91. Now, I loved that new addition to the game. Ever since they updated the experience bar to allow you to get rewards as well, it's a much better idea, and it's so much nicer to actually achieve something as you're actually moving towards the larger goal. Now, my goal is to actually reach level 100 as fast as I can, because I want to get that level 100 chair, and I'm really waiting for that because I want to make a cool video and show it off. So Red Knight's level 100 farm with a wonderful gold tree and chair, that's going to be so enjoyable. Now, speaking of chairs, I actually got to relax outside today. I'm in Japan at the moment, and the weather was absolutely wonderful. It was a little hot, okay, a little bit humid because of the time of the year. And in fact, it's always humid about this time of year. So if you are interested in coming to Japan and you don't like humid weather, please avoid this month. Even though there are lots of wonderful things happening, especially if you do like fireworks and you do enjoy visiting parks and gardens, but the humidity can be quite horrible sometimes. Now today when I sat down outside, and basically I was sitting near what we call Flower Clock. This is a clock that's located near our town hall on a road called Flower Road, and it's a clock that is completely made of flowers, and it looks beautiful. Behind the clock there used to be a really nice totem pole. But because the totem pole had got old and was starting to die, it was cut down and it was put out to basically rot away in its natural condition. And they've established or put up a nice little plaque just to tell you about it. And it was from one of our sister cities, and it did look really good. And I'm going to miss it because it was a nice centerpiece there next to the flower clock. But sitting there, sitting outside today, relaxing in the sun was wonderful. I enjoyed the sun last weekend too. My family and I went to Awaji Island and we stayed at the Awaji West End Hotel. And if you want to see some cool photos, I do post them on my Instagram, and I do post them on my Twitter, and I do post them on my Pinterest account as well. Especially the food, and I just love food in Japan. It can be really wonderful, and Owaji Island has some fantastic onions. Oh my god, are they so delicious. I could eat hundreds and hundreds all the time, except I have to watch my waistline because I'm not so young anymore. But I did enjoy Awaji Island. I went there with my family. I spent the day relaxing in the swimming pool, swimming. It was good fun. And I do recommend this as a wonderful place to visit because the park next to the hotel is fantastic. It's a great place to take your kids. In fact, Kobe is a wonderful city, and I'm so tempted, to actually take a video camera, walk around the city, and maybe make a video and show you guys more about where I live and talk about some of the things within Kobe City. But let me know. Now, within the videos, you get to see, as an example, a beautiful town here. Would you like to see more of Japan, and would you like me to talk more about it? Now, I have had some requests from people to say, what's Japan like? But maybe I could do those in separate videos. More visitors here need to be sent off to their buildings. Look at the points that you're actually getting in these events. Now, have you noticed that when you actually click on the visitors for each of the buildings, you've got the option of scrolling through. Now, the first one is the points you get from the visitor. The second one, when you scroll through, is the points you get from the actual building itself. And then the third one is that grand total. And yes, the building gives you points. Brilliant. That's a wonderful idea. Now, when you're actually having visitors coming to your farm, you only get points from them. There's nothing else. But the town gives you points for the buildings. Sweet. Ooh, I'm getting very, very close there to the threshold, and I wonder what I will get. Will it be something special? Will it be something beautiful? I wonder. Okay, chocolate ice cream. No, I love chocolate ice cream, but I must admit it took me a while to actually produce that within the game. I kept forgetting that she requested it. Now, if you actually look at the cover for this video, you will notice that the lady in the middle is eating a chocolate ice cream. I couldn't resist adding it because it did take me quite a while to make it. So, berries are done. Lots of people waiting in the cinema to be collected. So, cream, butter, chocolate ice cream, that's what I need before I can complete those 4 orders. Now, playing on an iPad is so much more comfortable. Now, I've always made my videos on a 4S, and it was nice, it was easy to do, but changing over to an iPad Air, oh my god, it's so much better. Not only do you have the larger screen, which then allows you to see everything in a much better picture, the clarity, the pixelation, it's so much more comfortable. It makes it really, really easy to see. And I do love it. I just love zooming in and looking at the farm and the buildings in more detail. Okay, now notice here that I'm actually sending some of these people away. So when I'm actually looking at their request there, I can see if I've served them or not served them. Now, someone who I haven't served and is after items that are going to take me too much time because it's a challenge, I might just send them away. But then again, I may keep some people. It will always depend. And look, there I am. I've just got a threshold, and it looked like I got some vouchers there. So the next time I actually achieve something, it will be level 92. So all the thresholds are now done for level 91. So the next one to get is the maximum level up, and I'm looking forward to that. Now look at the detail here. Being able to zoom in and see this is wonderful. Look at the imagery there. Look at the way you've got steam coming out. Look at the way it's bouncing up and down. Wonderful. Now, I've actually met the people who designed these, and oh my god, you guys are awesome. It looks absolutely fantastic, except for that last carriage. But the detail in the game is wicked. Now, I'm actually looking more for the town. As I said, the town, I think you could probably guess I do love the town a lot. But I want more. I want more things added. I want to be able to do much more here. I'm looking for more decoration. I'm looking for maybe more interesting buildings. I'm looking for some more characters within the town as well. I really want to see this town develop in a bigger way at some stage in the future. I'd love to have more beach decoration. Now, these are just some ideas, but what do you guys and girls out there want as well? Do you want the town to be upgraded? Are you looking for something different there? Now, I don't want to go too far. I'm not really looking for high-rise buildings. I'm not looking for office blocks. I still want my town to have a very countryside feel to it, but I'm looking for something a little bit different. What could be interesting is maybe having a post office. Now imagine if we had a post office within the town. Now this could be a wonderful way of actually sharing items with your neighborhood. Maybe your post offices could be connected. Your neighbors could request items, and then basically you go to the post office and you can send items to them like gifts, and then maybe when they collect the gifts you could get some reputation points for your town. That could be an interesting addition to the game. What do you think? Would you like to have a post office? Maybe the post office could be used as a way of sharing or trading items with your friends. Now, we could use the roadside stall for selling, but maybe we could use the post office in our towns for actually trading or exchanging items with people that are on our friends bar. Actually, this could work out very, very nicely, I think. But how would it affect the size of the game, I wonder? Will it make the game too big and heavy? But to be able to have a post office that allows us to exchange items with friends, neighbors, I think that's a concept that could be really, really good in the game. It would certainly stop a lot of complaints within the Facebook groups when people say, hey, someone jumped in and took the items that you were selling to me, or this person came to my roadside stall and keeps buying things that I don't want to sell them. Now, at the end of the day, the roadside stall is actually open to everybody around the world. And it's very frustrating when people start complaining within the Facebook groups that people have come along and taken items that they wanted to sell to someone else. Now, at the end of the day, everybody, that's just tough. It's a game. Okay, the game is fun, the game is really enjoyable, but why get angry if someone actually buys something from your roadside stall? It's open to everybody. It's not restricted. Now, maybe at some stage in the future, Supercell may say, okay, right, a lot of you guys want to be able to trade and to exchange items, so we will give you one slot that's a different color where you can actually put items and open it up to one person on your friend's bar to actually come and buy. But I still feel the post office may be a better option, because maybe that way you can exchange messages or talk to each other or do trades in a more safer environment. But maybe we can use the roadside stall to trade items with our neighbors. Now, it's only open to our neighbors and maybe not to all of our friends on our friends bar. I'm not entirely sure how that could work, but maybe it's an idea or concept that the Heyday team might like to add to their ideas. Now, if you do have some wonderful ideas, you can add your suggestions below with the videos. Or what you can do is to go to the Supercell site and join the forum, and there is a wonderful section there for ideas. In fact, there are so many ideas there that you can see what other people have posted as well and maybe make comments. It's a great way to get your ideas passed over to the Supercell team in the Heyday section, because they do look at that area. And I do know that they have some really cool ideas coming later in the game. Within the town, who's your favorite character? Now, I do like the people that are there, but I'm not really 100% sure these days who's my favorite person. I did feel that the cowboy was a great addition. I do like some of the actions that the Kung Fu master kind of does with the chopsticks. But these days, I'm not really sure if I have a favorite person. It's hard to say. Why not let me know? Let's have a little discussion. Who is your favorite person? Please make comments below the video and just let me know. And then maybe I can compile the data and we can spread the information around and say, hey, this is our favorite person. Now, please notice here at the top of my town, you'll notice that I've been jumping ahead and the experience points for the town has got quite high. Now, I do need quite a few thousand there, and the reputation points that I'm getting from the visitors do mount up slowly, especially when you're in the higher level range. But it does come, but it does take a bit of patience. Now, if you're like me and you're just using the town as a sometimes go-to area when you need to, then the reputation points will take a lot longer. But if you're the kind of person that's really focusing on the town and you're trying to get these reputation points, maybe you will get there a lot faster. Now, I do know that some of my neighborhood are still quite low within the town, and I do wish that they would start upgrading, doing a lot more, because it is a good area. And then when you do have these events, it's actually quite beneficial as well. I think it's an underused resource by many people. 35 minutes and then she's done. Now, will Chick Norris make an appearance? I'm in the gift shop and he usually sticks his head over just at the back there. Now, you see that orange t-shirt with his image? There he is, and he stuck his head up. Perfect, he was nosy. Don't you just love it when he comes to visit? Now, I think he's checking to see who is buying his t-shirts and who isn't. Now, that customer there didn't buy any of his t-shirts, but I do wish we could make them and sell them. In fact, I'd love to own a t-shirt that actually has some of the characters on it. I think it would be quite cool. An orange t-shirt like that would be great. Now you'll notice there where I've got those brown pathways. If you look at my farm now, they will have been moved, and I've moved them more over towards my silo. So they're coming from my silo back down around towards where I'm harvesting my crops. Now I'm actually quite satisfied with that new change. Adding new pathways to my farm has given it a much better feel. Now, I have been enjoying making lots of videos recently about people's farms, but I'm going to be adding some new videos as well to do with the town, because I do think the town is a really wonderful area. And I'm so looking forward to experiencing some new designs and imagery. Now, while I'm talking about the town, I was asked some questions about the train. So I'm going to give you some information about that train, because somebody wanted to know basically, what do I need to upgrade it? And they've sent me a private message about it. Well, okay, just to tell you, you are going to need hand drills, bricks and tar buckets to upgrade that personal train. Now, every time that you do upgrade to a certain stage, it's going to add 3 windows to each of the carriages. And basically that means that you're going to get 3 additional people per carriage. And it can be quite nice. Now, I would recommend that when you are upgrading your town, that you do try to focus on adding people to it when the chance comes along. But it shouldn't be your main priority. Your main priority in the town should be the buildings. And depending on which building you do decide to upgrade, again, it will cost resources. Now, what kind of resources are you going to need in the town? Well, it will actually depend on the building. So, for example, if you're focusing on the grocery store, you'll get this one from level 1, and you will require bolts, tape and stone blocks. If you're going for the cinema, which is available from level 2 within the town, you're going to need nails, panels and hammers. The diner is from level 3, and it requires planks, screws and paint buckets. Now, actually in the newspaper recently, a lot of these resources have become available. So there's a really good opportunity now to start upgrading these buildings. So please do buy as many as you can, because you never know. You may find them really, really useful. Okay, the next one there is the bed and breakfast. Now, I do like the B&B, but it is very, very slow with turning the visitors around. And you're going to need hand drills, bricks, and paint buckets. The next one on my list is the spa from level 9, and that will require bricks, stone blocks, and the tar buckets. From level 11, you're going to need the gift shop, and you will require stone blocks, hammers, and even more tar buckets. From level 13, you get to have the beach cafe. Now, I like the beach cafe because you can relax there and enjoy a wonderful view, but you will require hand drills, hammers, and tar buckets. Now, basically, that's it for the buildings. Now, you do have the option of, if you wanted to, building one of the outhouse hotels within the town area, and I really hope more people do this. And in fact, if you have a hotel that you have built from outhouse buildings in your town, please let me know and I will head on over to your town and I will make a video of that, because I so love the designs that are out there, and I will give you pride and place in my town video section. If you're looking for other upgrade materials, particularly in the town area, you might also want to start building up your metal bar resources, because if you are going to focus on your personal train, the one that actually allows you to visit your neighbors, then you really do need to start getting those bars. You're going to need coal, iron, silver, and platinum and gold. Now, depending on which upgrade you're doing will depend on what bars you're going to need. The pattern is usually coal, iron, silver, then coal, iron, gold, coal, iron, platinum, and then it goes back to silver again. So basically, the number of bars increases each time by 5. So initially, the upgrade is 5, 5, and 5. And then later on, once you get to the third upgrade, i.e. number 4, it goes 10, 10, and 10, and so forth. So it's every third upgrade it actually changes. Now, it will be a big challenge, and I would strongly recommend, when it comes to upgrading that small private personal train, you ask your friends to help you, because trust me, you will need a lot of bars, especially to get that full upgrade, and it does mount up. However, once you reduce that turnaround time, it's fantastic, because you can then go to your neighbors many, many times. And when it comes to events like this, it's really beneficial. And you might find that you want to do that a lot, because the benefits behind upgrading that train are really good. Now, what other upgrades can you do? Well, there's the town hall upgrade. You can start expanding on that as well within the game, and then this will allow you to bring more visitors into the town. So there's no use upgrading the main train if you haven't done the town hall, because it just will not let you. So you need to upgrade that town hall as well. And to do that, for the town hall, you're going to need stone blocks, hammers, and paint buckets. Now, some really good benefits to remember when it comes to these upgrades. Okay, the main thing that I love the most is the service time, as I said. And you're taking a service time of, say, like 1 hour down to, say, 42 minutes. Now, with the latest update, it's a lot more. So I must admit, I do need to upgrade my guide very soon. But I'm working on that, and that's on my list of things to do. But imagine that with the B&B. Now, it used to be like 8 hours turnaround time. And oh my God, you used to do one person and wake up in the morning and it was done if you had a good night's sleep. But it meant a lot of problems turning them around, even with 6 people. But with the time reduction, okay, when it was the old reduction, it was up to like 5 minutes and also 5 hours and 36 minutes. But just imagine what it is now that it's up to a lot more on that reduction. It's fantastic. Now, I need to work out the times, but I will tell you so. Oh my God, did you see that? I've just leveled up to the next level. I'm now on level 92, and that means more diamonds, yay, and more threshold rewards that I can aim for. Perfect! I just love upgrading, and I'm so happy I've just done that. Now, my next level I'm going to aim for is level 93, and that will give me more diamonds and more land. But it's going to take me a bit of a time to get there, because it looks like I've got a lot of points to reach. Over 600,000. And I wonder how long that will take me to get there. Maybe a couple of weeks or so. We will see. In fact, it might take me just under a month, but I'm not entirely sure. How long did it take me to do the last level? I can't remember. So, who remembers what? When did I reach level 91? How long did it take me to get from level 91 to level 92? Who can tell me the answer? please do check back on my videos and find out for me. I'd sure love to know. Now, one thing about the town, I'm quite happy that I do not have to upgrade the land anymore, because the land expansion did require a lot of materials. Now, for land expansion, if you haven't done so within the town area, you're going to need maps, deeds, markers, and mallets. So that's a lot of items. Now, at the moment within the newspapers, there are lots of maps for sale still. So if you're quick and you hurry, you can get one resource very, very quickly. Now, deeds, markers, and mallets, okay, they're few and far between sometimes, but if you ask your friends to help you out, I'm sure you will be able to do it. I know when it came to me upgrading, I just asked and everybody got around and they helped me out. And I just love that fact. It's cool having friends and neighbors. How many people do you have in your neighborhood? Are you maxed out like myself? I just added 2 new people recently. One person is level 49 and the other one is much, much higher. So I'm quite satisfied with the addition of 2 new people. Now, as I said before, people can come and people can go with my neighborhood. I do not mind. I will adjust the levels when it comes to recruiting new people. Sometimes I will go high, sometimes I will go low. All I ask for is that once you do join my neighborhood, you do chat, you do help out, and derby tasks are over 250. Now, I do not mind if we do not achieve the ultimate goal of getting first, second, and third, but the thresholds are really, really important. So if you're in my hood, please do try. Now, I do have some people on holiday or studying or cannot play all the time. That is okay. But if I feel that participation is not so good, I may remove you from my hood for a time being. What's your policy when it comes down to people within your neighborhood? Do you remove them or do you keep them in? Now, I'm on my Instagram at the moment, and somebody's just liked one of my photos that I took when I was at the Supercell company in Helsinki. And I must admit that that image looks really, really good. And I did enjoy eating pizza in that area. Now, in the future, I really hope that I get the opportunity to go back, but that will be down to the company. I must admit, if I do go back, I'm going to video that world map a lot more, because I'd love to make a better video than the one I did in the past. Are you on Instagram? If so, please do check me out. Now, on Instagram, my name is Red Knights, so that's R3DKNIGHTS. Do send me a friend request and I will add you. I will check you out, and if I do not think you are doing anything correctly, then I will not accept you. But at the moment, I have 2,486 followers, and I'm following 2,869 people. So, you follow me, I will follow you back. Do enjoy the images I post. They are heyday related and food and Japan related, because I'm actually living in Japan, so I'm quite happy to show off lots and lots of cool images. In fact, recently I just went to Hawaii Island and there are some beautiful photos of the food that I have been eating recently and some other cool stuff. In fact, there's even some food that my mother has been making in England that my son's been eating. And oh my God, I'm so looking forward to him coming back this week. In fact, he should be on the plane now on his way to the transition airport where he will get his connecting flight. He's going to be going to Dubai, I believe it is, and then transferring there. And then when he gets to Japan tomorrow, I will see him in the evening. I'm so looking forward to seeing my son again. I haven't seen him for a month, other than on chats when I've spoken to my family. Where did you go for your holidays over the summer period? Did you stay home or did you go anywhere nice? Now, I did something really special. I stayed home and I worked. Now, I did take a few days out to go to some nice places, but basically I stayed near and around my home. But I'm going to be going somewhere soon in the future. Where exactly, I don't know. I will let my family choose. Right, how are we doing in that town, I wonder? Now, I'm almost at that level 23 upgrade, and I'm getting really, really close, and I'm so looking forward to this. In fact, I think it will be very, very soon. So maybe after I have served all of these visitors and then started to collect their points, I will get something really, really exciting, like level 23. So I've already hit level 92 and I'm so happy about that. Now overall I really did enjoy this event. It gave me a lot of nice rewards and it gave me a lot of experience points and reputation points, which I just love. Now I'm sure looking forward to the next event in the town, and I will make a video on that one as well, and I will also talk to everybody just like I'm doing now. But I have a question for you. What would you like to see again in the next event? Do you want them to focus on reputation and experience, or do you want them to do something else? Maybe we could have it where the rewards are doubled or tripled. Now, I would like to see that. That would be very, very nice. Maybe we could do an event where you have to pick up visitors from your neighbors. Now that would be wonderful. That would be a great way to actually interact with each other and actually get some nice rewards as well. I'd like to see that as an event in the town. So picking up visitors will give you extra points. Instead of, say, like the one reputation point or experience point, you might get 5 or 10 or 15 for every pickup. Cool. That would sure make everybody turn the visitors around a lot faster. But I wonder though, will people be serving them or just rejecting them so their friends can pick them up? I'd have to think about that one. Right, back to my farm again, and what do I need? Pizza, 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 lots of pizza. I like pizza, but I'm going to need some more cheese. Oh yeah, that's one thing I'm looking for. When my son comes back from England, he is going to be bringing me a block of cheese. I'm so happy about that, so I can then make some really nice cheese sandwiches. Now, I do love living in Japan, but the cheese here is absolutely awful. It's like the processed cheese that you get with cheeseburgers from McDonald's, and I really don't like that. I want a nice block of fully matured English cheddar. So when I actually cut it off, or a nice piece off there, it kind of breaks, and then when I put it in my mouth, oh god, I can taste that flavor. I'm so happy that he's going to be bringing me a block over. Plus, he will be bringing me back some shortbread because I just love shortbread. But I have a feeling my wife will be pinching that and eating it because she likes it too. He's also going to be bringing us some PG Tips because my wife loves PG Tips. It's one of the best English tea brands in the whole country, and I do so love that. But the most important thing, socks. Now, my feet are size 30 in Japan, and did you know that trying to buy socks here is really challenging? The largest socks that I can usually find go up to a size 28. And if you've got big feet like mine, then basically 28 is not good enough because you end up putting holes in them all the time. And that's really not good. Now, I struggle when it comes to shoes as well, but socks are important, and I do not want to be showing the students that I'm teaching that I've got holes in my socks. So, my son will be bringing me about 10 or 15 socks over, I hope, and I'm looking forward to that. Yay! So, cheese and socks and some other items. Perfect. I might send him back to England again with another shopping list. In fact, I can send him to England, he can stay with my parents, my mum and dad will feed him again, he can go sightseeing, and I will give him an extra suitcase just to bring me back some items. When you travel overseas, what do you take back with you? When you visit another town, what kind of things do you like to buy? I must admit, when I travel around Japan and I visit different places, for me the main thing to buy has to be food and snacks and sweets, because there are so many delicious things in this country. One day I will visit every city and town and every area, and I will then have a photo of every dish and speciality from all over Japan. That will be so cool. My poor horses, they need feeding. Oh yeah. Now that's one good thing about the animals. Did you notice there that when I actually blew that whistle, I got some nice resources? Now it's not always the case. With the animals you will get lots of experience points, so that's a wonderful way of actually boosting your experience points, so please do it. But they do give resources as well. And everybody always asks me, how do you get these resources in the game? That's a wonderful way. Now I think it's usually about 100 steps or 100 feeds per animal. So once you do start doing 100 feeds, give or take, then you're going to get something. Now how true that is, I'm not quite sure, because I actually haven't checked and counted it out myself. But that's the information that I read elsewhere. Another way of getting some really cool resources, and you've probably seen that as well, is when I'm actually harvesting. So harvesting any of the crops is a wonderful way of picking up resources, so please do it. Experience again comes from collecting the items, and you can also get lots of stuff from the actual boats. But I often send the boats away because I'm not so interested in what they're offering. However, I do find that I'm running out of lures recently. So I'm going to have to start getting some more vouchers, because I do need vouchers to be able to make some special lures. Now, I'm going to be upgrading to level 23 very soon in the town. But what I want to do is to get rid of all of my town expansion materials first, and then start a game. See how long it takes. So what you're seeing here is me actually selling off all my resources. Now, I don't really want them. And for me, I can just pass them on, other people can use them. Okay, I can buy them back again later, but I'm not going to be doing that as much. I want to see how long it takes to actually get the resources I need, and that will make a really interesting video, I think, if I come back to it every few days. Now, some people do hoard expansion materials in their barn. Now, I'm quite lucky. As you can see, it's 2,350. That's the maximum size, and there's lots of space. Now, it's taken me quite a while to build that up, and I would like to say thank you to everybody out there that has actually helped me. And there were quite a few people around the world that have actually done this, so I've not done this by myself. It's a group effort. That's the great thing about Heyday. Everybody likes to help other people. Sometimes you can buy, sometimes it's a donation. Now what you'll see here is that I'm selling everything here for maximum price. Now, selling for maximum price is very beneficial, because it builds up your coinage. So to all of you who are looking for more money, you do not have to keep all of your expansion materials if you don't need them. Stop hoarding them, start selling them. Focus on the one thing, please. It can be your barn, it can be your silo, it can be the land, it can be the buildings, but whatever you focus on, get rid of the rest of the items to give yourself space. This is a game that is there for the long run. Take it slow and steady. You don't have to level up as fast as some people want to do. It's not a competitive game, it's a relaxing game, so enjoy it. Take it slow, take it steady, and have fun. And sell your resources. Now I've got lots of items in my barn as well. Sometimes there are fewer than 10, sometimes there are more. Now when I've been focusing on the town, I tend to have a lot more items. These days I've been making more items in the production, because I'm not keeping the expansion materials, because I don't need them, as I said. But the choice is yours how you want to play. Now I have been noticing that I've been running out of some key items, so I'm going to have to start doing quite a few fishing activities. So when it comes to the next derby, I will be doing lots of fishing tasks. In fact, I'm on my second fishing task now, which is why I'm starting to run out of vouchers. So I'm going to have to do a lot more there to build them back up again. Right now, am I going to get level 23? I think I am. So let's start collecting. So more experience. Yes, and there we go. Level 23 reputation. Woohoo! And doesn't that picture look beautiful? So you've seen it here, ladies and gentlemen. A level 91 has become a level 92. A town 22 has become a town 23. And all this was done in town event number 2. Oh yeah, am I so happy? Oh my god, yes, I'm so happy. That is wonderful. And that was just perfect. Now, the event is over. It's all done and dusted, so all of these people here that I am collecting money and coins from are just giving me normal prizes. So there's not much reason now for me to actually start worrying too much about the town. I can put it to the side for the moment. I've upgraded. I'm very, very satisfied. The next thing I'm going to start doing here is ripping down all the trees and the decorations and putting them back into storage, because I now want to start redesigning my town. So my next 2 town goals are: 1, redesigning my town and building a hotel. Number 2, I'm going to start upgrading the buildings so I can actually max them out to the next level. Now the focus will be reputation and experience points. So I'm going to upgrade all buildings from 22 to 23. At the same time, I will still be serving visitors, collecting coins, and just having fun. Now, I'm actually getting very, very close to the end of this video. Now, I've enjoyed talking, I've enjoyed chatting, I've given you some nice information about the town, plus some other things as well. I really hope that you did enjoy this video. Now, if you do have any questions about the town, you want to know what the best option is, which buildings you should go for first, for upgrades, which part of the town is more important than another. Maybe you're looking for some design ideas or basic information. Just let me know in the comments below, or subscribe to my YouTube channel and leave comments in any of the other videos as well. You can also send me messages on Facebook, so make sure that you do send me a friend request there as well. I'm on Instagram, I'm on Pinterest, I'm on Twitter, I'm on the Supercell forum under the name of Ranger. So send me your request, be my friend, and enjoy the rest of my videos. So I'm going to say goodbye. It's been a pleasure. See you all next time, and have a happy heyday.